Imagine walking into a valley where speech dies the moment it leaves your lips. Your voice feels swallowed, your words fall flat, and even shouting sounds like a whisper. The air is strangely still, heavy, waiting, as if the valley itself is listening. Then, a column of smoke rises from the trees. It twists, turns, splits, and suddenly you realize it's not just drifting, it's speaking. Long before written words, before carved symbols, even before complex language formed across ancient human cultures, there was a tribe that communicated with the sky itself, a people known only through scattered legends as the smoke speakers. Nearby tribes feared them, calling them those who speak without sound. Explorers who encountered them wrote frantic notes about conversations held entirely in smoke columns that changed shape with impossible precision. Signals forming spirals, lines, waves, pulses, each one carrying meaning no outsider could decipher. But the strangest part? These people didn't invent smoke signals like we use today. They mastered something deeper, a way of molding heated air and particulate ash into stable patterns that lasted far too long to be natural. Some early anthropologists dismissed the accounts as exaggerations. Others believed the tribe had discovered a primitive form of atmospheric manipulation, using temperature, minerals, wind pockets, and engineered fuel mixtures to create a language older than writing itself. Then the tribe vanished. No bodies, no ruins, only blackened stone platforms and carved bowls filled with ash residues containing minerals we still struggle to identify. What message were they trying to send? And why did their smoke speak long after their voices went silent? Stay with this story, because the deeper you go, the more you realize their language wasn't meant for human ears at all. It was meant for the world itself. Centuries ago, before alphabets spread across continents, there existed a tribe on a windswept plateau bordered by cliffs on three sides. This place was called the Silent Basin, where acoustic tests today show that natural wind patterns absorb sound rather than carry it. Spoken language here was nearly useless. But smoke traveled, smoke danced, smoke carried messages over ridges where words could not. The smoke speakers built their homes near natural vents in the rock, places where warm air rose in steady currents even on cold days. They carved open-air chambers designed to trap, shape, and guide smoke upward like a sculptor guiding clay. Early explorers wrote of experiencing conversations they heard. Without sound, two hunters exchanging complex instructions through shifting smoke trails. Elders arguing silently while clouds curled like tightened fists. Children learning to sing with smoke rings instead of voices. Their entire society was organized around the physics of airflow. They positioned cooking pits according to seasonal winds, built doorways that channeled air like natural flutes, and mixed plant resins with crushed minerals to produce colored smoke that changed hue mid-rise. To outsiders, it looked supernatural. But modern atmospheric scientists see something else. A people who discovered fluid dynamics long before the concept existed. The strange part? Their smoke didn't just travel upward. Sometimes it moved sideways against the wind. Sometimes it split into two perfectly symmetrical trails. And sometimes it formed shapes that matched symbols found thousands of miles away. Were they influenced by another culture? Were they warning someone? Or communicating with something beyond human distance? Their final smoke messages, recorded by a neighboring tribe, were described as panic in the sky, and then silence. When modern researchers finally reached the Silent Basin, they expected ruins. Instead, they found an ancient weather laboratory disguised as a village. Dozens of circular pits were carved into the stone, each with its own airflow pattern. Some pits amplified rising air, others dampened it. When tested with smoke, each platform produced a different behavior. Spirals, spikes, rings, expanding waves, hovering sheets of smoke. It was a vocabulary of physics, a library of air. But something was missing, the tribe itself. The only clues came from ash samples found in carved bowls. These ashes contained minerals not local to the region, metallic compounds that reacted to heat by producing stable, shape-holding smoke. Modern chemists compared it to early versions of aerosol structuring, similar in concept to modern holographic smoke used in tech demos. Then came the unsettling carvings, symbols showing smoke columns turning into humanoid silhouettes, swirling vortexes above the plateau, long lines connecting the plateau to distant skies. A final symbol, smoke breaking apart violently. One researcher described these carvings as a narrative of communication and a warning. Then they found what looked like a collapsed site, blackened stone shattered in a perfect circle. Some believed the tribe attempted a massive smoke ritual, perhaps a message meant to travel miles, or even higher. But the basin's wind patterns changed that day. Violently, rapid pressure shifts left no remains, no artifacts. The final smoke message might have been so powerful that it altered the valley itself, and erased the tribe who sent it. The real breakthrough came when atmospheric specialists reconstructed the plateau's ancient wind chamber map. Using drones and sensors, they discovered pockets of superlaminar airflow, currents so stable they could support shapes far longer than normal smoke behavior allows. This wasn't accident. The tribe engineered their environment. Their fireplaces were aligned to release heated air precisely at the moment natural updrafts passed through the basin. Their resin fuel mixtures included compounds that made smoke denser, more reflective, and less prone to scattering. Their woven fans were shaped like early versions of aerodynamic wings. They weren't just communicating, they were writing with the sky. As researchers reproduced more patterns, they found sequences resembling directional commands, emotional cues, warnings, long-form messages resembling chants. This wasn't primitive. It was a pre-language, a symbolic system older than alphabets, older than cave drawings, older than anything we found in the region. But then they found the final sequence, a pattern that repeated over and over across carvings, ash bowls, and even burned into stone. A vertical column rising, splitting in two, twisting, then collapsing inward. Meteorologists recognized it immediately, a pressure inversion signature, the sign of a catastrophic atmospheric event. Did the tribe foresee a deadly storm? Did they try to warn neighboring cultures? Or did they attempt a ritual to counteract the event and unleash the pressure collapse that erased them? Their last message wasn't just communication. It was prophecy. Today, the Silent Basin is a place where even tourists whisper. There's something oppressive about the air, as if the atmosphere itself remembers the tribe that shaped it. Modern tests show unusual pressure dips still happening at random intervals, almost like echoes of the tribe's rituals repeating faintly through time. Some researchers believe the smoke speakers weren't simply communicating with each other. They were sending messages vertically toward the upper atmosphere. Atmospheric linguists studying their patterns suggest something incredible. The tribe might have discovered how to read, whether the same way we read text, interpreting turbulence as sentences. Their final message, the collapsing smoke signature, might not have been a warning to humans, but a response to something in the sky. A solar event, pressure anomaly, a meteorological phenomenon lost to history, or something else entirely. Whatever it was, the tribe disappeared shortly after sending it. Their homes intact, their tools abandoned, their platforms cracked in perfect circles. Did they die? Did they leave? Or did the atmosphere they studied for generations finally take them, absorbing them like voices in the wind? Some locals swear that on cold mornings, smoke rises again from the abandoned pits, forming patterns identical to the carvings. No fires burn there, no humans stand nearby, just smoke, speaking, still trying to finish a message sent centuries ago. Tell me, what do you think the tribe's final message warned us about? A storm? A disaster? Or something we still haven't learned to hear? Subscribe for more stories where ancient knowledge meets forgotten science. And drop your theories below. This mystery is far from silent.